Hey guys, so in today's video I have got the Made by Mitchell palette here. Which palette have I got? Head in the Clouds. Look at that beauty. He's absolutely gorgeous. So as you can see, it's actually quite colourful, like yeah. And we're gonna be trying to do some looks with it. So yeah, let's kind of see how that turns out then, shall we? I was thinking like a pinky purple moment. So I was thinking maybe a pinky purple moment, but this orange is also speaking to me a bit. Well, I think orange is pretty much like my safe point. How many tutorials do I have that involves orange? I feel like orange and pink are pretty much my safety net, you know? I quite like doing both. They're very easy colours to work with in my opinion. So the last few tutorials that involve colour have definitely been orange and pink. That helps me a great deal. Maybe I'm just going to do orange today and just kind of stay in the comfort zone because I've not used this palette yet. Like, I've literally had it for weeks and I've been waiting to do it with you guys. So, like, I've touched a couple of the shadows on my fingers, but I've not used them on my eyes. And I'm going to put some P. Louise base on me eyeballs. So tired. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning just because I wanted to get this video up and running. Well, not up and running, but like completed and partially edited, possibly. And I knew I had the postman coming today. And am I the only one that gets like really anxious when the postman comes? Like, I keep getting emails and messages saying he's near, and I'm just waiting in anticipation for him to knock at the door. You know, and it's like you put off doing stuff like, I don't want to go to the toilet in case he comes, or I don't want to go in the shower in case he comes, or, you know, I don't want to be in the middle of doing my makeup in case he comes. So I've already like showered and now I'm trying to get my makeup done. Just because like I know it's your house and like postmen, they must rock up to a lot of weird stuff, must they? Like when they go to people's houses, like I'm sure they come across some really odd scenarios, like people just rolling out of bed sometimes and whatever. If it's like the perfectionist in me that just doesn't want to be caught at an awkward moment. Okay, so what colours do I want to go in with first? I'll tell you one thing, I do want to put some sellotape just because I find it easier to keep tidy in that area. I think I want to go in with the deepest orange and then deep it up if I need to. So the first colour I'm going to go in with is Sunburn. It's kind of, it's a very warm orange. Oh, but it doesn't come off warm. It comes off like quite neon, jeez. It doesn't look neon in the pan, but like that's like coral. Like neon coral, if you ask me. I personally just think like using tape is just a big help. When I'm being lazy, to be honest. I'm not gonna sit and lie. Like if I'm feeling lazy, I'll use tape. So I want to kind of do the yellow next, I feel like. So the yellow that I'm going in with is UFO. Okay. I shouldn't hopefully get demonetized for saying that. Me and my boyfriend have been discussing getting a dog, which has been quite an exciting time for both of us, to be honest, because we've both grown up with dogs, and since renting, obviously living in rented accommodation, we are not allowed to have dogs, but we won't be in rented accommodation for much longer. We've not been given like dates or anything, but basically we shouldn't be living here much longer once everything is put into place. And basically we come in, we're kind of you know, deciding like what do we want to do kind of thing. And the thing that both popped into our heads was get a dog, because we've both missed having a dog around the house, you know. Like I've had dogs since I was 2, and Greg's had dogs since, oh, how old was he? I think he was like 10 when he had his first dog. So, you know, we've both had dogs in our houses and, you know, lived amongst dogs. But it'd just be nice to finally be like, this is our house. If we want a dog, we're going to get ourselves a dog. I'm just really excited. And so far we just keep arguing over names. Like, if this is what we're like with the dog, what are we going to be like with our children? You know what I mean? We're literally arguing. Like, he's got one name in mind, I've got another name in mind. But I really like my name and he really likes his name. And it's like, well, it's not like we can afford 2 dogs. And we've been looking at, you know, all the grown-up stuff like pet insurance. Because as a kid, when you have dogs in your own house, like with your mum or whatever, you don't think about pet insurance. Well, obviously, the first thing I did think about was we need to get pet insurance. I feel like I want to go in with Shepherd's Delight because it's quite a warm toned brown. Okay. Like, I'm literally smashing my brush into this palette and I'm not getting the pigmentation that I want. I literally, look how much I've dug into that shade. Like, you can see it's like spotting. Okay, let's try the next brown shade, which is Dust. That one. Let's give that one a go. I'm not a fan of that one. I mean, I'll do it to the other eye actually, just so we're not looking too different. Anyway, going into Dust. Okay, this one seems like it's got a bit more pigment on it. Okay, this one I feel like is a lot more pigmented. And I'm just packing that on the outer part of the eye. I'm just reapplying that, what did I, Sunburn, around that brown. So I feel like I may have got rid of that slightly. I'll just say, like, just from testing some of the mattes so far, I feel like I prefer the mattes in his Mama Mitchell palette with Beauty Bay. Like, is that really mean to say? Oh, by the way, I kind of wanted it to be, like, not subtle, because this isn't really subtle, but I wanted it to be a bit more wearable today because I am going out to dinner with my mum, sister, and my nephew, and I didn't want people looking at me funny. Okay, for some reason I'm losing the yellow on this eye, and I don't understand why. Okay, so I feel like that's probably the best we're going to get to. I'm going to cut the crease, because I always do a cut crease when I'm figuring out new palettes. I'm really sorry if you thought this look was going to be like very like inspirational or something, but it's definitely not. I'm just kind of getting a feel how I like the consistency of them, and then maybe I can do another look with them. Okay, I think I'm happy with that cut crease. I'm just going to dab it down to kind of prevent any creasing from happening. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a Golden Hour. I'm going to get some of that dust. Dust? Dusk, not dust. It looks very orange in the pan, the Golden Hour shade, but it comes off really like pink. Going back in with Sunburn. I don't think that's too bad. With like some lashes on, maybe a bit of liner, I think it'll probably start coming up together a bit. Oh wow, that line would be thick. Okay, I'm gonna clean it out with liquid liner underneath. I feel like the last couple of weeks on YouTube have literally just been like full of drama. Like people who have been cancelled are like coming back, and you know when you like sit there and you're like, were you not cancelled for a reason? Why have you come back? Who asked you to come back? I literally feel like that sometimes. Like the only person that I fully understand coming back is like Tati. Literally the only person I understand coming back. All the other people I'm like, who asked you to be here? Who asked you to be here? Who asked you to come back? Like, I literally don't understand. Like, people have created this, like, cancel culture, right? But I feel like it's like a temporary cancel culture, and it's like, well, no, if they do something extremely bad, why are people still supporting their actions? Like, if you're on YouTube and you're, like, a public eye for, you know, a lot of people to see, and you're supposed to be like a role model, like, right? So then if you're trying to be a role model and literally anyone can see your videos, why are you behaving in such a way that is unacceptable? And you're just easily let back into the community without any repercussions. Like, oh, they say like, I lost like hundreds of subscribers. So what? Like, that's not actually like, that's not actually a repercussion. That's just like people realizing what a terrible person you are. That's not, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go and do my face off camera because I just do it faster, and I am expecting Mr. Delivery Man to be here any minute. So yeah, I'm gonna go do my face and then I'll come back and finish the eyes. I am back, as you can see. I am just gonna go and apply some lashes. Okay, so let's finish up this eye look. Burn the orange. And go in with the yellow shade UFO. Okay, I'm gonna use, I like how the under eye's looking, so I'm gonna use a little bit of the brown. So going in dusk, just very lightly, rub that on the lash line. And I'm not bringing it all the way in either. About halfway, I'd say, and then I'm gonna go back in with the brush with the orange on. So for my inner corner highlight, I want to go in with Clouded, which is just a very white shimmer shade. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, I just need to put some lips on and do my hair, and then I'll show you what it all looks like together. So there we have it, guys. So this is kind of the finished look. Obviously it's a very safe look for me, but I still kind of like how it came out nonetheless. I didn't notice any patchiness. So yeah, I think the colours, they did what they were supposed to do. They blended really nicely. There was no problem there. Obviously I've only used, what, like 4 or 5 shades at the palette. So there's still plenty of shades for me to dive on in. So yeah, I don't know about that. I do think I'm going to do like a purple look next time, I think. I think that'll be kind of interesting. So stay tuned for that. I really liked these shimmery shades. They are really like creamy and buttery, and they're really sparkly, which is really nice. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say on this palette. The packaging is just like beautiful, and you also kind of get this little bag with it, which will come in handy when we can eventually move around and travel. But yeah guys, this is the look for today. Just a very everyday kind of me kind of look, I'm not gonna lie. But I do think it came out quite pretty and quite just quite nice. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this look today, and if you did, leave a comment down below and also leave us a thumbs up. That would be great. And it also would be really great if you could subscribe. That would be really nice. If you want to follow me on IG, my IG is lacy.makeup. Feel free and give us a follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.